Okay, good Erev Shabbos, everyone. As we learn the Mishna Yomis for this Erev Shabbos, Parshas Bullock, sponsored by the Fisher family, Li Nishmas Basya Bas Rabbi Shlomo ben Avram Alevi, Perel Bas Ruvain. We also learn Li Nishmas David ben Chaim, L'Refu Shalem for Yomis ben Chayesara, Yaakov ben Basya Leah, for the Schus of Avram ben Yom ben Ishba Malki Yehudis and family. We learn sponsored by Yoel Klugman and family for their Parnasa, Hatzlacha, and Gesund. We also learn L'Refu Shalema for Avigdor Aryeh ben Rivka, Hinda bas Chayesara. We learn for Rivka bas Shira Leah, Yitzchak ben Tzion ben Dusha, Meir ben Esther Fadel, Chana bas Shashabina, and Meir ben Chayesara. They should have a L'Refu Shalema b'Sech Shecha Yisrael. So the Mishnah continues to tell us the categories where there is not going to be a par helam davar shel tzibur for an erroneous psak of bezdin. So ein chayovin al shnias hakol, if they render a wrong decision about taking an oath of testimony, since that is not a chiyuv chatas kavua, it's a chiyuv of a carbon oil of a yored. And there's no par helam davar shel tzibur by a carbon oil of a yored. Similarly, val bitus v'sayim, about an oath of utterance, val tumas mikdash u'kedoshav, and as we already explained about entering in the mikdash while tamei or eating kachim while tamei. Now, the hanasi kayotz b'hem, the nasi is chayiv a special carbon. That's the melech, that's the king. But the Nasi doesn't bring his special carbon, the chatas of the Nasi, which is a goat, a sar, a male goat. He doesn't bring it because he only brings it for a he only brings it for a regular chatas and not for something that you're chayav a carbon oil of a yored. Divrei Rabbi Yossi Glili. Rabbi Akiva says, Hanasi chayiv bekulan. The Nasi, although he doesn't bring his regular carbon, he does bring a carbon oil of a yored, except for chutz mishmias kol, except for the case of an oath imposed by the court about testimony, because that can never happen for a king, because a king does not give testimony. It's not considered dignified for the king to give testimony, and we're going to see that the king is not judged. This was a lesson that we learned in Sanhedrin, because we're afraid to judge the king because he might not listen, and he can't judge others because one who can't be judged cannot be judge others, and therefore, since he cannot be judged, therefore nobody could testify against him. So as the Gemara says, we don't judge, he doesn't judge, and because since he can't be judged, so therefore he can't judge. He doesn't give testimony, it's not dignified for him to stand before the court and give testimony, and we don't testify against him, because as we said, it would be meaningless because we don't judge him. All the mitzvahs in the Torah shechayavan al zdoina and koros v'al shigiras and chatas, the category of krisis, which is 36 averas, where if done willfully you're chayav koros, and if done unwittingly there's a sin offering. Hayachid may be kizba useira. A individual brings either a female sheep or a female goat. V'nasi sar, the nasi, the king, brings a sa'ir, a male goat, or Mashiach or Bezdin, and the Mashiach and the Bezdin, if the Bezdin issues an erroneous psak, and the majority of Klal Yisrael follows suit, or the Mashiach issues an erroneous psak, and he follows suit, maybe in part, they bring a bull. Avodah Zarah, and for a sin of Avodah Zarah, so Hayachid v'Nasi v'Mashiach, the individual, the king, and the anointed Kohen Gadol, Mavi and Seira, they bring a female goat. Or Bezdin, and the Bezdin, if it issues an erroneous psak about Avodah Zarah, a par v'soyer, a par la'ila, a bull as a burnt offering, v'sar l'chatas, and a he-goat as a sin offering. We want to thank you very much for joining us. By the way, for the Shabbos table, Bullock plus the main share of Bullock is already up on TorahAnytime.com, on Kalash, and on YouTube, and please enjoy. Thank you for joining us. If you would like to sponsor a share, 718-916-3100, rmmwsi@aol.com, and have a wonderful Shabbos.